Okay, so after a week of cleaning and organizing this place, once everybody got out and I had free reign, here's what I've come up with. Moved the furniture away from the walls, took the shoe rack from behind the door and put it off to the other side. New air conditioner. I don't love the furniture, but you know, whatever. That's kind of a later date. Got to have the brownies out for the guests, because you know, you never know. Couple fans, couple this and that. I brought the lemongrass in because it's really starting to die on the vine out there, so I took that out. But this gives you an idea of, you know, I really cleared it out, especially over here. I like, even in an apartment, I want to have some kind of a foyer, some kind of an entry area. So that was nice. Also, after taking the TV, and obviously you'll notice that I can't have anything on there that might be copyrighted, so I've got my own video running right now. And we're about to go right back out onto that balcony. Under here I've got the laptop set up. I pulled out the DVD player, because what's the point? And I just am using that along with the pair of hard drives I have sitting in this next area. So I'm gonna drill some holes in the back of that so I can get some of these cords out of the way. I like as few cords exposed as possible. And then there's the mouse. I'll have to get a wireless eventually because, again, hate those cords. The back deck, the porch, the patio. Load of laundry just finished, so I'll have to get that out. Still a little dirty back there because I can't really get to it, but significantly cleaner out here. Just much less stuff. I put the ivy up, so I want that to start growing and doing its thing. It's a pretty nice day here in Taichung. You're probably blinded out by the light now. I don't know how my sensor's gonna do with all that, but really nice distance shot, and I'll take it from my room as well. But I mean, you can see all the way out to the second line peaks out there, which is pretty cool. And Hotel 1 is don't want to go too far, otherwise I lose my quality. Alright, let's get inside because it's a breezy one today. As we zoom back out. Alright. So, oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, one comment that was mentioned before. I used a 24mm camera, so it really is chest height. It looks short because this is such a wide angle, but actually this part right here comes up to my hip line, and this part up here comes right up to the bottom of my chest, so it's not a big deal. Oven, which I've slept into the kitchen which I keep closed off from the rest of the place. Stovetop area, I gotta find another place for that blender, but you know, process. The pan from where I made the brownies, and I completely reorganized and redid all the shelving and everything in it. So I've still got to figure out, this whole thing is nothing but spices and such. So I've got to figure out what to do with all that. And then here, it's kind of cool to note, they're still downstairs doing construction. Obviously, I'm sure you can hear it. They're doing construction on that Family Mart. It is going to be another Family Mart. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be nice and new. But anyway, we've got different kinds of recycling. I keep my paper and plastic here. This is metal. This is metal. Taiwan's an interesting place. Someday I'll have to get, you know, a shot for you of how they do garbage here, because it's pretty ridiculous. You know, unless you live in a building like mine, you've got to actually go out on the street and hand your garbage off. You can't just put it in a bin or something like that unless you pay for an extra service beyond the regular tax on garbage. The interesting thing about it is there's no recycling service. So what winds up is individuals go around from apartment to apartment picking through a paper bin, a plastic bin, a metal bin, and all this different stuff, and just taking whatever it is that they want. So I kind of like that. I like that it actually supports local community kind of people instead of just You know, otherwise you're just giving your recycling away for free in the US, and I don't really like that. The bathroom is pretty much working as a mudroom at this point. I don't use it a whole lot, but it is good to have around for guests. A lot of these doors were completely dysfunctional when I actually got here. I had to either pop them off the hinges and redo them, or just screw them in tighter, because the girls who were living here never did a whole lot of maintenance. This is the guest room. You'll remember before it was absolutely trashed. I still have stuff on this shelving, but it's not, you can see, I mean, this isn't anything like what it was before. So I put the bed in here, and it's got an extra rack. These 2 chairs, again, don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm saving my favorite room for last. So, the master. That air conditioning was in the living room. I brought it into this bedroom, and pretty much between the 2 of them running and a couple of fans going, it cools off the whole house that's exposed right now. So that's pretty much what I want. Pretty standard. That's a bottle of alcohol up there, if anybody's wondering what the hell that is. They sell it just like old school. It's a glass bottle, but yeah, 95% alcohol. I've got my desk over here, and then it's just a view straight out onto that same view that we were seeing before. But I'll tell you, I know a lot of people would look at this view and be like, I don't really like it, because obviously, this window, I don't like that side, it's sticky. This one slides easy. A lot of people would look at it and say, you know, what the hell, that's Carrefour's parking lot, like what's your view? Your view is shit. But I really like it. It feels very Taichung. I've got enough big-ish buildings around without feeling like I'm dwarfed. This is a really nice sunny day today, so you really kind of get the feel for it. And then even down below, you know, you got these older buildings, older houses and stuff like that. I like it. You know, especially this right down here. I mean, even though, you know, obviously Carrefour parking lot is right behind it, just the favela feel of this place is just awesome. So I really like that. And then I changed the towel rack, because this towel rack was on the back of that door, and that door wasn't opening all the way. Do not ask me why people structure their lives this way. I come in to change it. So then basically, bathroom, same thing. Blah blah, got my razor in the corner. Finally found alcohol and baby oil to replace the stuff in it so it'll clean my razor. This is my favorite room. I don't go in it much, but it really is my favorite. This chair, still shitty. I mean, you can see it's just torn up, but actually the backing right here is really decent. So if I could find either somebody to reupholster it or retreat it or something like that, it'd be fine. The ottoman's perfectly fine. What I like about it is this little corner over here is really sort of this reading, working, writing corner. We've got an antique-ish typewriter, you know, 80s style. I just like to keep it there. It's just cool to kind of have around. Different coloring supplies and stuff like that, and a small table on a bamboo mat. And then over here, this is empty, and there's a table there, so if I need to set up a table in here, if I wanted to do a private lesson or something like that, I can. And then the fan, I keep extended because sometimes I want to clear out. I can cool this room off if I want to, but obviously I'm not going to if I don't have to. Taiwan. I like this poster. It was one of the only things that was artsy that I kept from the guys who lived here before, or the girls that lived here before, I should say. And then for the most part, I've moved almost all the plants that aren't inside anymore back out to here. And I'm probably going to be adding to it. Let's just step on out here and we can finish our spread, because you can see construction continues, but this is going to be done in 2 weeks. So with as much as that looks like it's got quite a lot left to do, they are going to be done in 2 weeks. So, yep, same old, same old. Thank you very much for watching. It's always a pleasure.